Hey guys, we're gonna go through the second of hopefully 6 videos of this Duelist run. Um, and again, this is my first time trying to make a video. I will forgive me for watching Windows Media Player and speaking over it with you. But if you didn't catch the last one, I got extremely lucky with a +3 chain armor from the Ghost Quest, and I also got a plate armor, which is currently unidentified, that I have pumped upgrade scrolls into. So that is how this run is going now. All right, but because ooh, that's not good at all. Luckily, upgrade scrolls can't burn up, so we're just gonna throw. When you get set on fire, mystery meat burns up. Oh darn. When you get set on fire, you have to worry about your scrolls, but the game will not burn upgrade scrolls, and I've used. So we'll go grab that magic weapon holster. Let's go ahead and equip our. Put those on. Let's go ahead and sell the throwing spikes. Displacing katana. Katana's a decent weapon, but it is cursed. However, remove cursed scrolls are going to be really easy for me. Like, I don't have to ration them at all, because weapons and armor can't drop curse anymore. So it's probably worth holding on to, actually. Let's see what that is. That's what's nice about having the this talent, Adventurer's Intuition, maxed out, is I can always just equip the item, have it immediately identified, and know what it is. Ooh, we got a +1 quarterstaff. So we're going to go ahead and sell the mace, sell the rapier, and call that good for now, I think. You know, I actually want to, we're gonna, so I know for a fact that we're upgrading this, this plate armor, right? So, just to get the scrolls out of my thing early, we're gonna do that. Let's see, we got Bone Man, and again, you shouldn't be doing this, but the +3 armor is so overpowered at this point that it doesn't matter if I do things right currently. Which oh, I should have thought about how hard it was going to be to talk for, I don't know, it's probably like a 3-4 hour run most of the time for me. I don't know. Maybe I should have tried to be a streamer instead of just going right for making a YouTube video. Oh, you know, we also have to Scroll of Identify. Not ideal, but not the defensive stance. I don't have the rapier anymore. I was trying to use the weapon ability because. All right. So the ring can still spawn cursed, even though I have the parchment scrap. You'll notice that the parchment scrap specifically only says weapons and armor. So I could. It's probably safe to equip the ring. Normally the cursed ring effects aren't that bad, but because this run is so powerful right now, there's no reason for me to take a risk on it until I've identified the remove curse scroll, or I have enough identify scrolls. Check it out. Okay, what do we got? Probably a. Ooh, that wasn't a frost potion. Dang, that might have been an XP potion. Yeah. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. Actually, we should figure out so that wasn't an entirely wasted throw. Okay, so the potions that. No, that's not the one I want. They rearranged this at one point, and it throws me off so much. Equipment, enchantments, throne wands. Oh no, there we go, potions. Okay, so the potions that splash harmlessly when you throw them. Strength, obviously. Health potion will. Mind vision, there we go. Frost will create a frost cloud. Liquid flame will create fire. Toxic gas. It could have been an invisibility potion. An invisibility potion will shatter harmlessly, and so will an experience potion. So what that means is that white potion that we got, we're going to go ahead and give that one a note as well. New item type. White potion is either invis or... Oh god, how did I already forget the other option? Invis or XP. There we go. So, and that's worth doing. Generally, you want to... You're going to end up having to waste some number of consumables identifying them, but you do want to minimize that if you can. So it's worth... And even like in that situation where I was lazy about it, it's worth doing the post-mortem like I did and figuring out which two it could possibly be, because that could be relevant in the future. Let's see what we got here. And the more I think about it, after we finish this floor, we're definitely going back down to floor 2 to get the Crystal Mimic, because the Crystal Mimic doesn't stand a chance. Ugh. No health potion drops, that's kind of a bummer. Ooh, skeleton hit me for 5. Don't like that. Normally, by the way, these flies, it's much better to kite them into a, like a restricted hallway, so they have fewer places to spawn extras when you hit them. But since my armor and my weapon is on par for this, this floor, and my armor is way better than I should have at this floor, so I think it's better for me in that case to allow them to spawn more to get more chances at a healing potion drop. So that's why, yeah, you do not want to fight flies that way if you're not able to completely overpower them with the gear you're wearing. So let's go up. Go back up again. Oh, we should spend my talent points too. I'm really bad about... Okay, so normally I like the putting at least 1 point in the meal talent on tier 1. I think every class has a meal talent, but I think that the Duelist's meal talent is above and beyond useless. So we're actually going to skip that, and we're just going to go for the 2nd point in Aggressive Barrier. Again, it doesn't matter that much. If you like Strengthening Meal, go for a point in it. If you like Patient Strike better, I don't think the 2nd point's worth it, but that talent point doesn't have a high enough value that it matters too much. I'm actually going to interrupt in post here too. Since I've seen the whole run at this point, I know that I get a Horn of Plenty later on, which actually would have made Strengthening Meal pretty solid for the build. It probably would have been better for me to just hold the point or spend it on Strengthening Meal just in case I got the Horn of Plenty, which I did, but, you know, it's a small optimization there you could have done. So, anyway, let's go. Tier 2, on the other hand, we are going to read these first 4 talents later, but what we're going to do is we're going to immediately put 2 points into Swift Equip, because that is probably the single most useful Duelist talent in the game, and it is not close. The Swift Equip effectively lets me carry like 3 or 4 extra weapons in my bag, so that I have significantly increased utility on my weapon ability and like what I can possibly get out of it. Wait, did you just take 0 damage from my magic missile wand? That's annoying. Oh well. Floor 3. I have to pause again here. The green glow around that snake is the anti-magic affix from the Hostile Champions trophy that I'm using. So I should not have fired that magic missile, but again, it's not a huge loss there. I wasn't really in danger. So, okay. And the Crystal Mimic was floor 2, so let's eat up. Where is that Crystal Mimic? It's up there. And let's get ready to fight ourselves a crystal mimic. Hee hee hee, it says. And then we're gonna root it. Oh, it switched places with me. That's funny, but it's still rooted. So it's just going to be an ass pain. But we go, and we got a drop too. What do we get? We got a mirror image scroll, and then... Oh, sick! So now we know we have a blue amethyst ring, so we can figure it out without the worry of being cursed by it. Okay, so first of all... So I know it's not a speed ring, because I'm not... One movement took up an entire turn. You'd be able to know it took up less than a turn if a partially filled circle appeared there. It is not a ring of strength, because that would show up here. What else can we tell you about it? It's... And for what it's worth, too, I think that's a lot of what this game is, and what winning this game is figuring out the best way to identify all of the unidentified equipment. Okay, so what would we be able to figure out? I don't have a way of telling right now. Accuracy, Arcana, Elements. Elements is terrible. Energy... That would be hard. I'm sure you could you could count turns for how long it took your wands to recharge. I've never done it before. Let's see, evasion. Ooh, Ring of Force is interesting. We should try attacking. Actually, can I? No, we should try attacking with our fists against some enemy. To see if it's a Ring of Force. Says I, as I don't do that. So let's just unequip my weapon for now. And basically, if my punches do pathetic damage, it's not a Ring of Force. And my punches... Okay, so that's hard to tell. That Knoll is dying immediately because he triggered my Thorns. But you notice my attacks only did 1 damage, so I'm definitely not wearing a Ring of Force right now. Ooh. Lucky! In this case, I believe that early game, the Lucky enchant is good enough that I'm going to use it over the +1... Oh, did I miss a door here? Oh, wait, this is the Rat King room. It's irrelevant that I missed that door. Then, let's see. Unfortunately, we are going to be selling both of these blazing items. Blazing isn't bad, per se, but it is hard to use without being a significant danger to yourself. My take on Blazing is that it's effectively a crossbow enchant, and everything else, it's a gamble on who you're going to kill by using the Blazing enchant. Okay, so what else should we find out? We have Mail Armor of Thorns, which is incredible, so we probably don't need another Stylus. What else do we got? Okay, so we have... We could get a healing potion. Do I have any? I don't have any healing potions, and I have some money, so we're going to go ahead and buy that. Odal. Okay, so what's interesting about these rooms, we got 2 Identify scrolls, 1 Nod... Okay, so every single shop will contain 1 magic mapping scroll. So since I've identified this is Identify, and then this Person Head scroll, there are 2 of them. I know that this Kai, I think that's Kai, is what that symbol is. I don't know, what are the wavy X symbol. We know that's a magic mapping scroll, so we're going to go ahead and buy that early. And add a note. New item type note. We're going to find the Kai and say probably magic map. The other one, so it's not guaranteed that you're going to get a Scroll of Remove Curse in the shops, but you usually do. So I'm taking a chance, and yeah, we got a cleanse on the on that katana. So we've got a +1 katana that we can use for sure at 15 strength. And I think I'm probably going to hold upgrade scrolls until I've got a a tier 5 weapon for this run, just because I don't think I think that the intermediate gear I got is more than powerful enough that I don't need to ration, or I don't need to spend any upgrade scrolls before I'm on my endgame weapon. The darts we're picking up just because the I don't know if the crossbow is the best weapon in the game, but it's certainly my favorite weapon in the game. And if we get a crossbow, you'll see why. It's also particularly good on Duelist. Like, if you haven't played a crossbow run yet, what are you doing? Play a crossbow run. It's so overwhelmingly powerful. Got the skeleton. We'll just see if we can identify. I think that that does not feel like a +0 wanded magic missile. 7 damage on skeletons is pretty juicy. Okay, attempt number 2. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if this golden potion is not a frost potion. Technically, so if you had multiple, you could go right up to it and drink it. I screwed up there too. I froze myself and broke that healing potion I just bought. So that's an example of what not to do. Don't do the stupid things that I did. We're also going to equip this sapphire ring just because we have a remove curse scroll. So if it is cursed, we could guaranteed fix that. Oh, and let's do our checks again. Not a strength ring. Not a speed ring. Ooh, shocking trap. So those are useful. I don't care much. Oh, geez, don't care much right now about the shocking trap, but it lets you recharge your wands if you throw your wand on the ground at a shocking trap, which is pretty convenient. But we're not really playing that much of a wand build. Like, I've got a... Ooh, there's another strength potion. Go ahead and drink that right away. The only reason to not immediately drink your strength potions is if you are trying to use if you're trying to get the exotic version to make some item equipable earlier. I don't think that's good to do in any circumstance, so I don't, but it is worth keeping in mind if that is a play pattern that interests you. Ugh. And so you saw there we did 0 damage against the skeleton a bunch of times. And if I was taking damage from his attacks, then I'd be worried about it, but I'm not, so... Alright, we don't have any real way to fish on this build right now. I hate the prison warden, because there it's super safe for me to take the free hits so that I don't take the piranha damage. Those piranhas will tear you up. They do not have mercy at all. Alright, got another point. What are we going to do? We're going to get that focused meal. So the first tier meal talent that gives me like 2 extra damage on 2 hits I think is useless. But the one that gives you weapon charge is excellent, to the point of even being overpowered if you get the Horn of Plenty artifact. This right here is only going to be 1 gold because the thief dropped it when I hit him. We could go collect it, but I do not think it's worth taking the piranha hit or plural hits if they were both able to attack me to get 1 gold. So we'll just leave it there. Ooh, those guys don't care about armor. What I did was bad there, but again, like, even though I took a bunch of damage there, because on every other fight I'm taking no damage. Plate armor. Let's see what's on plate armor of potential. Not great. Let's go ahead and eat the ration. Get our weapon charge back. Indigo potion. That's it. We're getting pretty close to being able to identify that by process of elimination, aren't we? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so we don't know fire. We don't know tox. Oh, you know what? The indigo is probably fire because there was a yeah, there's a burnable obstruction there. We only have one crystal key. We'll come back to that room when we have all three. Oh, that's annoying as sin. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for him to. You really don't want to let these guys will move towards you to attack you if they can't shoot you, but they will always elect to shoot you if that's an option. And they do so much. They are so much more dangerous if you let them shoot at you. So that was a fire potion, which is nice. Are we at the point where? Yeah, we're gonna click it anyway. Eventually, they start summoning guardians, which are a bit of a tough kill, but they have. Oh, there we go. That green light on that drop, by the way, that was lucky procking. So that's why I'm using the lucky short sword, even though it's much slower to kill. Are we? No, we have all three crystal keys. Okay, so these kind of rooms are interesting because the room that you need to spend 2 keys to get to, this room will have a potion of experience, or this room will have a scroll of transmutation. You'll only get one of them at any point in time, but what I like to do is I like to open both of these intermediate doors so that I can like visually look at both of them. Ooh, that's good to know. Okay, so since this is a potion of levitation here, this is guaranteed, or rather, since this is not an XP potion, this radio scroll is guaranteed to be a transmute scroll, which is awesome, because now we not only have 2 of them, but I can... New item type note, I can name my radio scroll without wasting one. And I don't think I want to transmute anything right now. Once you get your build, the parchment scrap is a good candidate for being transmuted. Oh, we've identified both of our rings too. So we've got Furor +1, that's pretty strong, and then Arcana. That's actually pretty decent since we're trying to farm with a lucky one too, or a lucky weapon. So this, I said it earlier, this god run continues to be a god run. Oh, but we've got that projecting, I don't know. I could fight the projecting enemies. They're annoying, though. And you do not need to kill every enemy to clear a floor. You'll notice I'm doing so because I'm lucky farming and because I have the equipment to make up for any mistake or health loss that I have. But if this situation is instead that I'm wearing, like, unenchanted leather armor or something like that, I would absolutely be skipping a lot more enemies and trying to just get further down. Alright, so let's see what the wand maker wants. He wants fresh embers. So we do not have a frost potion, so we can't trivialize the quest, but that doesn't matter that much. Ooh, it's a chasm level too. The chasm levels are really nice when they spawn because it is... So you'll notice so far in the run I've spent almost no time looking for secret rooms. Just because if you don't have some way to make secret room finding easier, I don't think it's worth doing most of the time. Like, I don't think it's worth the health you'll spend, or the food points you'll spend doing it. I don't know. It's Satiety. I have no idea how to pronounce that word properly. Oh, what an annoying combination of... Oh, luckily the Thorns will just kill the prison warden. Again, this is normally a pretty dangerous situation, what I just got into, but because I got a god roll on items so far, it just doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and eat. While we have a chasm here, let's throw some stuff we're definitely not using into the void. Do I want to see if I can identify this second ring of Furor? I kind of do. We're gonna put it on. We'll put it on over the... Oh, that's annoying. Remove the curse, and I am probably going to wear it until I identify it, just because if it is a +1, it'll sell for a little bit more. Wait, what the? Oh, I stepped on a trap. That's annoying. We are crippled and bleeding. Okay. Oop, I can't believe that guy didn't wake up, but we take those. Scroll of upgrade. Scroll of ID. And if I remember correctly, we've pumped 3 upgrades into our armor so far. Before I identify armor, I like to cap out at pumping 6 upgrade scrolls into it. I don't think it's worth going past +7 on your armor. And most of the time, +6 is good enough. I just say +7 because it might have been the plate armor may have had an enchantment on it before I picked it up too, which we just don't know right now because it's unidentified. Oh, it's kind of nice having two Führer rings. Oh, that's... We want him to not see us. Yeah, that's good. That's for the best. We have all 4 candles, so we can go collect our Wand Maker reward. So what I'm doing here, by the way, I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. I'm pressing the 6 hotkey instead of... That's why I'm able to throw these candles without selecting them every time. Spawn our fire elemental. We'll wait for him. What's that? Scroll of Retribution. So when you have a sword-type weapon on the Duelist, by the way, the special ability Cleave, what it does is if you kill an enemy, then you get to use Cleave again within the next 5 turns for no cost. So... Oh, do we just pick up... So we've got a charcoal potion and a healing potion. Retribution, elemental embers. Where'd our wand maker go? Alright, buddy. What do you got for me? Warding or disintegration? That's kind of a tough one. I think warding is probably technically better. The personal preference, I like disintegration better, so we're taking the disintegration wand. And I like the disintegration wand better, specifically because it allows you to destroy barriers without expending like a fire potion. So like, if I wanted to destroy that door from a distance, normally I'd have to throw Greek fire at it, but since I have the disintegration wand, I can just fry it, which is nice. Let's drop that for now while we pick up and then immediately drink the strength potion. And then, do we want to do anything alchemical? Let's see what we've got. So, we don't have any food that needs cooking. Levitation we could turn into storm clouds or featherfall. I don't think either of those are particularly useful to me right now. Liquid Flame's a really interesting one. I don't think I want to do it yet. I want to wait till I have the potion holder. But turning a potion of Liquid Flame into a Dragon's Breath, and then further turning that Dragon's Breath potion into... where is it? There we go. Into a Dragon's Blood elixir is incredibly useful for the last boss in the game. So it's not something you have to do urgently, but it is worth marking that in your game plan to have a at least 1 elixir of Dragon's Blood by floor 25. So I'm not worried about that right now. You know what? I think I actually want to... So we're going to make ourselves some energy. And we'll just go ahead and use the intuitions. And we'll keep the fear. We'll get rid of the flock. Flock is a good stone, but I don't know how to use it very well, so I usually torch them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn some of our Identify Scrolls into the Exotic Identify Scroll, which is pretty strong because... So it says it identifies 4 things. In practice, it doesn't really, because it also identifies rings, and a ring identification is somewhat less useful than any other type of identification. But while I have a lot of unknown... Oh, that's annoying. Alright. If only I hadn't... Okay. Probably magic map. Let's drop. And then let's just read both of those. What this will do is this will just... Okay, so red is Potion of Experience, Ring of Evasion, Toxic Gas, Lullaby. Good to know. We don't have any of those. Wealth, Rage, Haste, Teleport. Cool. Okay, what else are we going to do here? So I think that, in general, for the Teleport Scrolls... I don't think the teleport scroll is very good, but I do think all of the things you can turn it into are good. Phase shift is incredible if you're speedrunning. I'm not going to make them because my armor is good enough I don't need to use phase shift, but phase shift is a great way to not deal with an enemy. Passage scrolls are okay. I generally don't think they're worth it, but they will let you escape to a shop in a dangerous situation. But turning it into 2 Stone of Blinks, on the other hand, I think that is much better than a single Scroll of Teleport. And it doesn't cost any energy to do, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. It's also going to free us up a little bit of inventory space, which is kind of at a premium for me right now. And... You know, I think we're gonna, so normally I wouldn't necessarily do this, but just in the interest of clearing more inventory space, I'm going to mulch some scrolls that I don't have a lot of use for right now, and I'm going to convert that last Identify scroll into the exotic version. Oh, we got a poison gas. Oh, that's sick. So Toxic Gas is the other one that's really worth turning into the brew eventually to get the Toxic Essence, because that allows you to kill the Poison Hand of Yogg on floor 25 much easier. That's the same reason we care about the Infernal Brew too, is it allows us to kill the Fire Hand of Yogg much easier. But I don't think I want to do that right now, and again, not in any rush, so... Nope, I was correct about the magic mapping. Feels good, man. And I think there's one other thing too, actually. We put a note on the white potion, right? Oh, but we already know what it is, so we're actually just going to go ahead and delete that note. We don't need it anymore. We don't need our healing thing anymore. We don't need the magic mapping one anymore because we have identified it, but we are going to leave the transmutation note because even though I know those are transmutation scrolls, I haven't identified them according to the game yet, so... Oh boy. Zap him. Get zapped. I really shouldn't be just torching my doors like that, but... Whatever. Oop. That was dumb. I should have killed him with the sword there. In hopes of getting a lucky proc. But... That's okay. We're not playing on a high... Or I'm not playing on a high enough difficulty that... I'm gonna be punished for every mistake. Ooh, crossbow! Best weapon in the game. Or my favorite. I think it is probably the best, but I'm not sure enough of that to claim it. It's specifically good on the Duelist, too, because between Quick Swap and the Champion ability that I'm going to get later on, which allows me to equip 2 weapons at a time, having the crossbow available is insane. And I can't really show you that right now because I can't use the crossbow yet. I don't have enough strength, but when I have the setup to use the crossbow, it'll make sense. Oh, that's strange. I did not expect that to... I expected that to target the Warden. Okay. So, I don't have any obvious... what's nice about these chasm floors is when you can see around... Like, for instance, I know that there's no reason to search along this wall because I know there's no possibility of there being a secret room out here. Once it goes dark, you notice I searched along this section of the wall because I can't see past it. There could possibly be a secret room there. But I think it's a little bit more worth searching for secret rooms in chasm floors because you can process of elimination out way more. It's a big open room that sucks. Hey, he gives us a teleport scroll. Win some, you lose some. Just be a better, like, so I think it is a little bit more worth searching on chasm floors, just because you don't have to search as many. We're kind of doing it haphazard a little bit because I'm lazy. Technically, you should be moving exactly one tile before doing the next search, but we ain't got time for that. Ain't got time for that, he says, in a turn-based game that literally stands still and waits for you to act if you don't act. My crippling ADHD does not have time for playing optimally when I don't need to. Because optimal play is good, but it's slow. Oh, that's annoying. I think we can take advantage of some of the traps here, though. Like, we should be able to poison him that way, which is nice. I don't know if his Skeletron will find me. Oh, it wouldn't. We probably could have just let that kill him entirely, huh? Oh, well. Oh, well. I see what I think is an armor of camouflage over there, which would be really exciting if I didn't have +3 Thorns armor currently with +3 plate in the wings. I'll start throwing stuff down the chasm. We've identified our second Führer ring. I think I would rather have the Arcana ring on than a +0 Führer that I don't need. Spend those upgrade scrolls on the plate armor again. I believe that's 5 upgrade scrolls I've put into it so far. We got rid of the potential on it, but that's okay because potential is not useful for this build anyway, so kind of don't care. That being said, it is probably worth saving the next enchantment rod that I find until I've put my 6th and final upgrade scroll into my armor. And that is not like a hard and fast rule or anything, by the way. I find that 6 upgrade scrolls into my armor is a sweet spot that I like. Oh, speak of the devil, that'll be the 6th upgrade scroll. And now we're done upgrading the armor. What's nice about 6 is that I can guarantee that it's 2 points easier to use in terms of strength. So this is easily usable at 16 strength and realistic. I actually screwed up here. So the armor gets 1 point easier to use at +1, 2 points of strength easier to use at +3, and 3 points of strength easier to use at +6. So I think we find out later in the game, but technically I should have been thinking about equipping that plate armor at 15 strength, not 16 strength. Technically, I'm probably going to put it on once I hit 15 strength, just because the penalty for having 1 strength deficit on armor is not bad enough to... oh, that kind of sucks. We're just going to have to eat it. Oh, well. God, I love Thorns. It's so overwhelmingly good. It's just nonsensical sometimes how good that is. Oh, this guy's actually doing damage to me. I don't really like that. Once again, we've got a lot of points. Weapon recharging. That can be good for certain builds, but I don't have anything that makes it good yet. Lethal Haste is an insane talent, I think, but I don't think the +2 is worth it. I think that talent is a 1-point wonder. Liquid Agility, I think, is probably the weakest of the potion skills in Tier 2. Every class has a potion skill in Tier 2. But I still think it's worth putting 1 point in it, just because what else are you going to do with the point? Then we're going to put our last point into Focused Meal, because again, turning food into weapon charges is very strong. Even without the Horn of Plenty, it's very strong, and with the Horn of Plenty, it becomes your entire game plan to just smash the weapon ability every time you have it, and use the like the snack function on the Horn of Plenty. It's a shame we haven't found an artifact yet, or yeah, artifact is the right term. Potion of Invisibility. Can we make space somehow? Yeah, but we need to find a chasm. Oh, actually, just kidding. We're going to immediately use that Potion of Invisibility. So we're going to drop some stuff real quick. We're going to grab that Potion of Invisibility. We're going to chug that Potion of Invisibility. And then we're going to go rob these fish. Still don't really have a good way of... Oh, go away, thief man. I hate you. We're gonna throw... So technically these honeypots with the bee in them have a lot of utility on Yogg. But I don't like that strategy. I don't dislike the strategy, but I just don't tend to use it very often. And they end up just kind of taking space in my inventory. So... But they're not, like, don't take me disliking that item as a sign that it is bad. Like, if you like the honeypot and you're more interested in using it, then keep it. I just have so many consumables that it doesn't matter. Okay, so what are we doing here? First of all, we're absolutely not going to be using the... Oh, actually, we are going to be using the lucky weapon because we sold our quarterstaff. Oops. Oh, well. We do... It almost might be worth equipping... Based on how much damage we take from Tengu in the first phase, we may equip... That was technically wrong of me to eat when I wasn't missing any health, but I'm going into a fight. Alright, so if we take significant damage when we get hit by his... Okay, so that's 1, that's 6... Okay, so we're probably going to switch into the plate armor. Oh, just kidding. Bleeding is insane against Tengu. Oh, I got poisoned. That was dumb. That was real dumb. Okay. So this one you actually... Okay, so we go up left, down left, left, down left, down right. Up left, down left, left, down left, down right. And we're going to be able to attack him now. We could use projectiles here, but I think it's better to save like my wand charges and whatnot for the second phase. He took too much bleed damage, that's funny. Alright, so we want to go... It can be a bit tricky, by the way, to like... You always just have to memorize what your path is. So it's worth, once he teleports, it's worth standing there for a few seconds to plan out your path. We'll go ahead and drink that for some health. And... Alright, Tengu, time to die. He bled himself already. That's so funny that the Thorns is just gonna solo this guy, I think. So what we're doing right now is we're just trying to dodge all of the effects. The bombs you have 3 turns to get out of, so you just run away from them. With these fire lines, I guess, what you want to do is you want to wait, you want to let it trigger adjacent to you, and then you want to step where it just triggered. So you saw it just triggered there. Next turn, it's going to trigger on me, so I want to be here. And I can actually do that for both of them. And again, God roll problems. I can't show you proper, or I don't have to show you proper strategy because the Armor of Thorns. Actually, I can't even show you proper strategy here because I think my Thorns is just going to solo him. That's actually kind of insane. So we're just going to... it is worth saving up, I think, your ranged attacks for like the last 40 health or so of the boss. Let's see. I don't like this position, so I'm just going to blink out of it. Yeah, and he's actually just dead. There we go. So that's a perfect Tengu kill. Can't carry Tengu's mask. That's not what I want to hear, so we're going to drop that. We're going to grab the mask. Going to wear the mask. Okay, monk or champion? I think the champion is significantly stronger. Just because the ability to equip 2 weapons and swap them at will is insane. And then the twin upgrades ability that the champion gets is also insane. The monk is a very interesting build, but I think the monk is a lot more difficult to play. But I do think the monk is probably the better choice on higher challenge runs, since it's less reliant on upgrade scrolls and armor, the way champion is. But because we're playing a low challenge run, we're just going to go champion because it is stronger and we can do some stupid things with it. Alright, right now I'm going to get a scroll holder because I have more scrolls than potions, which I think is good. I think generally I like having the scroll holder just because getting set on fire is more common than being frozen.